Hello and welcome to Witcombe Farm and the tenant farm. We're into February and I was going to pop over to France to the Regenerative Farm this month, but a friend came up to me and said to me, well, he needs my help establishing a used car lot. He's going to be starting up this new car lot, but he has to build it from scratch. So he's asked me to help him out a little bit financially, but he will repay me once it's done, and he'll give me some store credit basically for my work, so we might be able to pick up something relatively cheap somewhere along the line. We were trying to head off before the vehicle had warmed up. Got to remember that. You know, even the utility vehicles. I hope it hasn't done too much damage. Shouldn't have really. I mean, you can do it, but it's just going to give you a little black tick against your name when it comes to repairing. Should be okay to go. There we go. 56% on that. Maybe that was the... we had to hang on for a little bit later. In any case, so I'm in the utility vehicle. I'm going to be nipping on down to the field that is bought already, and we need to go and pave it over, put up a shed type, garage type operation where he'll be doing all the repairs on the second-hand vehicles and that type of stuff, and then establishing the lot, building a fence around the area, just a basic fence. I think there's a lot of work to be done, so I thought that it might be quite interesting for you to see how this is done. This mist is probably not going to help us out. Hopefully it's clear there. We might have to wait till it clears before we actually do the work. But there wasn't much happening on the farm in February. I did have a quick look at all the animals, and they all okay. We had a bit of a tragedy in the sheep pen. One of the animals passed away, died. Not quite sure what happened, but there's an old saying with sheep farmers: the sheep are either alive or they're dead. There's no in between. Oh dear. I think it'll be clear enough for us to do it. It's a little bit misty, but because the field that he's been working on, I think it's just over the bridge here. Is it just over the bridge, or is it the other way around? I think it might be the other side. Let's go and have a look. I thought it was next to here. I thought it was. No, it's past the filling station. I've gone the wrong way around. So we need to go past the filling station. So instead of going right, we should have gone left. And then as we head out here, just past here, this is the field that he owns here. So this is where we're going to establish the used car lot. Let's just get out here and have a look. So this is a field at the moment. So we need to pave over the field. It's probably just with gravel, I think. And then put a fence around the edge. We're going to build, in this top part here, we're going to build some sort of work shed that he can work in, and then the rest of it is going to be open lot for used vehicles. You still got to buy in the used vehicles. I'm not going to get involved in that. So let's get started. So the first thing that we will have to do is we will have to basically just work on this field and just make that all. I think we'll do it. It'll be too expensive to do asphalt, or I think we'll just do, what is it, gravel. I think we'll do this gravel. Yeah, this is like kind of second-hand gravel. Yeah, I think that's what we'll use. So we'll basically change it over, and we'll do that on a bit of a time lapse, and then we'll get back to you once it's been done. Right, you're back with me, and that's been done. So let's go and have a look and see how that looks. Yeah, that's good enough for the lot. So let's have a look and see what we can build around about here somewhere. It is a bit of a farm shed, but I think that'll work better than. So we'll put that in. So he owes me 15 grand for that. So we have that sort of stuck there. Maybe at a slight angle just to. So people will come in. We can have a bit of a drive around there. Yep. That looks good to me. Yeah, so we'll just smooth that all off. Right, you're back with me, and we just put in the final little finishing touches to this shed build. We'll be putting a bit more decoration up as we go along. I think we just don't want to spend too much money on it, but we'll just put a bit more gravel down this area here where vehicles will be driving it, and yeah, we'll just put it down there, and we'll put something down the side here, around the back here. There we go. Alright, so that's just the sort of reception area, so to speak. Right, now we need to put a wall up around the edge. So we'll get that done, and I'll do that on another time lapse, and then we'll get back to you once that's done. All right, so that's that done. Let's have a look at that. Just a nice solid brick wall. That cost a pretty penny, but you need something fairly solid around the edge. So yeah, so it's going to be a big lot. You should be able to get plenty of variety of vehicles in there. Right, so the next thing that we have to do is just put in the actual lots. That is where the actual used car lot mod comes into play now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our build mode. We're going to go into tools, and we're going to go to the for sale sign, which costs 500. So it's used equipment yard, used equipment yards mod, used equipment sale. So basically we'll click that, and we should have this little electrical box. So if we put the electrical box up here, somewhere around about there, just in this. So I don't want to put it in the overlapping part, I'd rather just put it there. So this now acts pretty much the same as a fenceless pasture mod. So now you need to actually map out your boundaries. And you'll see it puts these little stones down, which is why we put gravel down, because then they're just going to blend into the gravel. And we'll just put those inside the fences. And it doesn't cost a lot to put these down. It costs a bit of money, but I mean, we'll keep it inside the fences so that nothing spawns outside the fences. So the used vehicles will be within these markers. Put it to there. Give us a bit of space around. And then we should be able to link straight back up to here. There we go. And as soon as you see that thing, that new electrical box, you know that you are set. So there we go. So you can see these little markers. So we're kind of outside this area now. Right, now the next thing that we're going to put down is the selling area. So people can come in, and I can come in and sell vehicles to him. And I'm going to put that in front of the shed here. So I'm going to go to the sell here area, and I'm going to swing that around. Cannot be placed here. So I'm going to put that round about here. So it looks like does it need to be placed within the, I thought you could place it outside just close to the, that's weird. In any case, so we'll put it here, and we'll put it there. I'll tell you what we'll do is, because we'll probably have these markers off, I will see if I can get some cones in the decoration to put on the edges. Where are we now? So we'll go into here. Lights, others, decoration. I don't know whether we've got any in here, but we'll see. Right, and then we'll know that that's where we need to park our vehicles to sell them. Right, the last thing that we need to do is you need to go into the inside the area, and then if you are on, well, this is only a PC, this is a mod only for PC, of course, and then if you press R, that'll give you your yard configuration. If you're on a Xbox controller, or well, I'm on an Xbox controller, so if you press the left button key, it'll also bring it up. But for computers, on your keyboard, R will bring it up. And here you can now name your yard. His name is Bert, so we will call it Big Bert's Used So we'll call it Big Bert's Machinery. So quality of vehicle, that controls the hours, the damage, so we'll leave that at medium. Dirtiness, 50%. Well, look, I'm going to drop that down because generally speaking, these vehicles would have been cleaned. We won't put them completely clean, we'll put them at 25%. Maximum price, so we don't want anything huge. So let's leave that at 250,000. This is how long they'll stay on the lot. And I'm going to put that to maximum to start with, but we might change that at a later stage. I'm going to drop that down to about 5 meters, just so that we get slightly smaller vehicles. So this is what types of vehicles that you want: animal transport, auger wagons, barrels. So let's put all of those in there, and then we can decide what we need. Well, yeah, let's put that. He'll buy anything, and he'll buy any type of vehicles. You can have specified brands, so you could be a brand dealer if you wanted to do. And we'll press apply. So that means that our vehicles over time will start spawning. So he's got to buy in some vehicles. Let's put up. There's a couple of signs that we can put up. We might put something sort of close to the road here, so that people know that we're going to be selling used vehicles. So let's have a look and see. And I think that might be in. Will it be in decorations? I think so. Let's have a look. Painting, trees, decorations. There we go. Fences. That's probably in decorations. It's probably going to be right down at the bottom. Right, so here we go. I think we can customize these. So let's go F. So under under 250 with a pole. So under 250,000. Put that in there, and yeah. The one on this side. Actually, I wonder if we can get something quite a bit closer to here. Put that on here as well. That there. Right, so it's a couple of signs up along the side of the road. Yeah, under 250,000 is probably true, but hopefully that won't scare anybody else off, especially if you're seeing here, sorry, cash only. In any case, now I wonder, we'll have a look. We might be able to get eventually get a couple of John Deere stuff out. Oh, there's a first vehicle is already out. So first vehicle has already come in. What is it? Not sure what it is. Single row billet. Some sort of planter. Billet planter. Doesn't have a number plate on, so you can see that this is going for 37,000. Damage 28%. It's got nearly 20 hours on it. But yeah, that was really quick. I wasn't expecting anything to come on. The condition's pretty good. Right, so he's up and running. He is up and running. He owes me a lot of money though to get this sorted out, but we'll sort that out privately. And by the time you come back to us for the next episode, that will be sorted out. Right, so there we go. Big Bert's used machinery lot. Looking very empty at the moment, but it should fill up. Fabulous. So that is just outside the markers. And that's where we should be able to drive in and sell our vehicles. I would like it to have been there, so we should possibly try to bring this a little bit closer. But in any case, well, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. It was basically to highlight how to set up this used car lot or used car mod. So far working perfectly. So we've been using our own money to sort this out, so he's going to pay us back. I know we were at 102,000, just under 103,000. So we will get the money back from him in the next day or so. We'll certainly have it by the next time you see us. And yeah, you should be up and running. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. And we'll catch you in the next one, when we'll be getting back to our farming stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Cheerio.